Feel the presence that surrounds you in this moment. You are not alone. Even if the anguish tightens your chest and your thoughts keep running without direction, there is a light reaching you. That light does not come from this world. It comes from a higher place, from a love that never fails. A love that sees you, understands you, and walks with you, even when you don't notice it. Breathe deeply, daughter, because now is the time to receive. This is a message sent directly to your heart. The Lord's angels are in motion, touching the edges of your thoughts, bringing serenity where there once was a storm. They whisper hope into your ears, even when everything around you sounds like noise. This is not an illusion, it's divine intervention. Calm your soul. Heaven is speaking to you right now. I know, you've been facing battles that no one knows about. Forced smiles, restless nights, fears you can't even explain. But heaven is attentive. Nothing has gone unnoticed before God's eyes. Angels have been released to surround you with peace, to remind you that you are cared for, chosen, and protected. They are here, and they are speaking to you at this very moment. Don't be so hard on yourself, my beloved. The world demands speed, perfection, control, but heaven calls you to rest. There is beauty in being vulnerable, and the angels embrace you just as you are. With tears, with exhaustion, with that knot in your chest, they see beyond your pain. You are light, even when you feel dimmed. You are precious, even when you feel lost. Anxiety tries to convince you that something is wrong with you, but what's wrong is the weight you carry alone. Surrender, release, trust. There are invisible arms holding you. Relief is coming from above, invading your soul like a gentle breeze. Feel it, now. This sacred presence embracing you is real, and it came just for you. Don't doubt your strength just because you're tired. Your strength comes from an eternal source, and the angels are ministering renewal over your mind. That worry that consumed you is now being dissolved by the peace that surpasses all understanding. A heavenly balm is being poured over your heart. Calm yourself, daughter. You are already being taken care of. You don't need to understand everything. Heaven works in silence. Sometimes what feels like a lack of answers is just the necessary time to prepare a miracle. While you pray and despair, the angels are working behind the scenes of your story. Nothing is in vain. No tear falls without purpose. Every whispered prayer in the middle of the night has been heard. Today, the angels say to you, do not fear. What's coming is better than what has gone. The dark days do not define your destiny. There is light prepared at the end of this path. There are heavenly promises waiting to be fulfilled. What you need now is to remain, believe, even without seeing, even without understanding. Faith is trusting that heaven knows what it's doing. What you need now is to remain, believe, even without seeing, even without understanding. Faith is trusting that heaven knows what it's doing. There is a release happening inside of you, a new lightness, as if someone had lifted a burden you've carried for years. This is the angelic presence touching the roots of your anxiety. You will no longer be a prisoner of your thoughts. You will no longer live in fear of tomorrow. You are being healed from the inside out. Feel this peace that can't be explained. Breathe and receive. The angels surround you with wings of comfort, and hope begins to bloom where only despair lived before. This is heaven's signature, turning chaos into calm, pain into purpose, tears into testimony. You are being transformed, even if you can't see it yet. Daughter, you are loved unconditionally. Nothing you do can increase or decrease that love. The angels are here to remind you of this. Don't forget, you are seen. Your silence is heard. Your desperation is not ignored. And this anxiety that binds you is being torn out now by the gentle touch of grace. When you feel alone again, close your eyes and remember this presence. The angels remain by your side, even after this video ends, even when the world keeps shouting. They stay faithful, guarding, protecting, wrapping you in tenderness. You are a heavenly treasure. Never doubt that. Accept this care, even if it's hard to believe. You don't need to do anything to deserve it. Just receive. Like a child curled in her mother's lap, embrace this divine love. It is here now, alive, touching your chest, calming your mind, renewing your hope. Don't try to rush the process. The angels work in perfect timing, and that time is now. While you listen, something is changing. Something is aligning. You are moving from a place of anxiety into a place of peace. Promises are being fulfilled, even in silence. Trust in this. You have value, even on the days you feel small. You have purpose, even when everything feels meaningless. And the angels are here to sustain your journey. When you think of giving up, remember, heaven has already prepared the way. You just need to take one more step, one at a time, and they will walk with you. Receive this message as a spiritual hug. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, and let each word find its home in your heart. You are safe. You are held. You are being led. Nothing is lost. Heaven is ahead of you, and anxiety will no longer dominate your life. Now, let go of what holds you back. Release control. Let go of the fears you've learned to carry. A new season is waiting for you, and it begins today, here, in this very moment, with this message, with this touch, with this call. Your life matters. Your days are not being wasted. Everything is part of a greater plan. The angels see what you cannot see, and they are guiding you to still waters. Even if the path is narrow, the destination is secure. Walk in faith. You are being led. Trust one more time. Try one more time. The answer you seek is closer than you think. The time for harvest comes after the waiting. And you have sown with tears, but you will reap with joy. That is the promise. Heaven confirms it, and the angels rejoice for you. Nothing is in vain. Not this video, not this message. Heaven itself brought you here, because today was the day you needed to remember. You are loved, you are cared for, and the angels keep whispering, hope, peace, healing, now. You may be wondering why this message came to you today, and not yesterday or tomorrow. But nothing in the divine realm is random. There are moments when the heavens pause everything just to reach your heart. This is one of those moments. The angels were sent with urgency because your soul was whispering a silent cry, and it was heard. That whisper didn't go unnoticed. It echoed through eternity and returned in the form of this message. The weight you've been carrying didn't appear overnight. It's been building quietly over time, layer by layer. Expectations, disappointments, heartbreaks, and yet, even with all that, you continued. That's not weakness. That's a strength only the heavens could recognize. The kind of strength that calls for divine reinforcements, and they have arrived, not with pressure, but with peace. Perhaps you've been asking for a sign, something undeniable, something clear. And while you were busy surviving, this message was being prepared. Not in the noise of the world, but in the stillness of grace. Right now, as your heart beats faster and your chest tightens, something is breaking, something that no longer belongs. Chains are loosening, not by your might, but by a love deeper than time. Some wounds aren't visible, but they bleed anyway. Silent tears on pillows, smiles in public that hide private pain. But heaven sees it all. And this is not a call to pretend you're fine. It's a call to finally be held, be healed, be seen. No masks, no roles, no strength required, just presence. Just you, as you are. That's enough. The voice of fear has been loud lately, hasn't it? Whispering worst-case scenarios, painting shadows where there should be light. But listen closely now. Do you hear that gentler voice rising beneath it? The one that says, you're safe, you're not alone, you're already enough. That voice is the truth, and it's getting louder. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to know what's next. You only need to take the next breath, and then the next. Each breath is a prayer. Each sigh is an offering, and heaven receives it all, turning your weary exhale into a melody of hope. You've been doing better than you think. You've made it this far, and that matters. Have you noticed how some moments feel like déjà vu, like you've been here before, like your soul recognizes something deeper? That's because parts of your spirit already know the ending. They've seen the restoration, the healing, the joy. That's why you feel drawn to this message, because your spirit knows the turnaround has already begun. You were never meant to do this alone. And that ache you've been trying to numb? It's not a flaw. It's a signal, a sacred alert that something divine is reaching for you. Let yourself reach back. Let yourself believe that comfort is not only possible, it's promised. And today, it's arriving. Every closed door wasn't a rejection, it was redirection. Every unanswered prayer wasn't ignored, it was rerouted. And every delay wasn't denial, it was divine timing. You haven't missed anything. What's yours is still yours, and the angels are already clearing the path, even when you can't see it yet. They're guiding you to something holy, not louder, not faster, but deeper, something that can't be stolen, a peace that doesn't rely on circumstances, a joy that exists in the stillness. That's why the chaos has been so loud lately, because your breakthrough is getting closer, and darkness always panics before the dawn. If your heart has been racing, if your sleep has been broken, if your thoughts have been spiraling, know this: it's not the end. It's the edge, the threshold. You're standing at the border between who you were and who you're becoming. The discomfort is not punishment, it's the stretching of wings. You're about to rise. Not everyone will understand this transformation, and that's okay. Some people were only meant to walk with you up to a certain mile. But what's ahead requires a new level of faith, of clarity, of divine companionship. The angels aren't just visiting, they're staying to walk you into this new chapter, page by page. And what is this chapter called? It's called Return. Return to peace, return to purpose, return to who you were before the world told you who to be. You're not broken, you're becoming. You're not lost, you're being led. This chapter begins with surrender and ends with joy. You may feel fragile, but heaven sees a fire inside you that hasn't gone out. It flickers quietly, but it still burns. That flame, small as it seems, is enough to light the way. And the angels are guarding it with their wings, because your light matters, and it's about to shine brighter than ever before. Even in the waiting, you're growing. Even in the silence, heaven is speaking. Even in the stillness, there's movement. Don't confuse delay with defeat. What looks like a pause is preparation. The foundation is being laid beneath the surface, and soon what was invisible will rise. Do you remember who you were before life got heavy? That innocent version of you who dreamed freely, laughed easily, loved fully? She's not gone. She's just been quiet. But now she's being invited back. The angels are calling her by name, and she's ready to return, stronger, softer, wiser. No more apologizing for being sensitive. Sensitivity is not weakness. It's a spiritual gift. It means you feel, it means you care, and that tenderness is sacred. The world may not reward it, but heaven honors it. And today, the angels surround you in protection because your heart deserves to feel safe. If your soul feels tired, it's because it's been fighting battles no one sees. But relief is coming. Not just temporary relief, but restoration. Restoration of joy, of energy, of dreams. The kind of renewal that doesn't wear off with sleep, but the kind that changes the way you walk through life forever. It's okay to rest now, to stop trying to prove your worth, to stop pretending you're fine. The angels aren't asking for performance, they're offering presence. Let that sink in. There's nothing more you need to do right now except be. And let the divine wrap around you like a warm blanket in winter. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe. Imagine wings wrapping around your shoulders. Imagine light filling the spaces where fear once lived. This is not imagination. This is invitation to trust again, to feel again, to believe again. Not in the world, but in the one who holds it. You were chosen to receive this, not by accident, not by coincidence, but because it was time. Time to be reminded, time to be restored, time to be held by something bigger than yourself. And now, everything changes. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some arrive to clear a path. And while you've been bracing yourself for impact, the truth is, the storm that shook your spirit was sent to break the chains you couldn't see, the ones you had learned to live with. But your soul knew there's more than survival, more than numbness. And now that storm has passed. Look closer. The ground is clearer than ever before. You didn't just go through pain, you grew through it, quietly, invisibly, like roots pressing deeper into the earth before the tree breaks through the surface. That's where your strength was forged, in the unseen, in the midnight moments when no one clapped, no one noticed, but you kept breathing anyway. That kind of resilience doesn't fade, it rises. Sometimes the silence after the storm feels louder than the storm itself. The emptiness echoes. But don't mistake that stillness for absence. What you're hearing now is the voice of heaven, subtle, steady, and sure. The whispers are guiding you towards something unfamiliar, yet strangely comforting, like returning to a home you forgot you built. You've been trying to connect the dots, wondering why certain people left, why some doors slammed shut. But you're about to realize it was all choreography, a divine dance where every rejection was redirection. Every goodbye was grace disguised. The pattern is only clear in hindsight, but now the picture is beginning to form. And in that picture, you're not just surviving, you're glowing. There's a light beginning to rise from within you. It's soft but unstoppable. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't wait for permission. It's the light of someone who finally remembered who they are. Someone who looked at the rebel and decided to build something holy. Have you ever felt like your soul is standing in a doorway, half in the past, half in the promise? That's where you are right now. 1 foot in what you've known, 1 foot in what you've been called to. And that threshold, it's sacred. The angels are waiting on the other side, not to pull you, but to walk with you. This next part of your journey requires less noise and more listening, less rushing and more receiving. You don't have to force what's already yours. Divine timing doesn't bend to urgency, it honors alignment. And you're aligning now without even realizing it. Things are clicking, not outside first, but inside. You've outgrown some people, some places, and some patterns. That's not arrogance, it's evolution. Your soul is expanding, making room for things that match your truth. And yes, that expansion can feel like grief, but it's also the birth of freedom, the kind that doesn't fit in old cages. The version of you that was defined by wounds is no longer in control. A new self is emerging, not hardened, but healed, not bitter, but brave. This version of you remembers joy, trusts peace, speaks softer, but stands taller. And the world is about to meet them for the very first time. There's a rhythm to your life now, even if you can't hear it yet, like a melody playing in another room, pulling you closer to something beautiful. That rhythm is alignment, and every step you take in trust brings you closer to harmony, closer to becoming someone who no longer chases peace, because they are peace. Let go of the timeline. Let go of the pressure to arrive. You're not late. You're not behind. You're blooming at your own pace. Just like the moon doesn't apologize for not being full every night, you don't need to apologize for being in progress. You're not half-formed. You're unfolding. What if the love you've been craving isn't something to find, but something to return to? A love that's already within you. A love that never left. What if that ache inside wasn't a void, but a doorway? And now you found the key. That key is presence. That key is now. There's a whisper coming from your future, a voice that's soft but certain. It's saying, keep going. I'm already waiting for you. I've seen the beauty you can't imagine yet. That voice isn't a fantasy. It's your higher self, and it knows the path ahead. Even when you feel lost, it never does. You've been a light in dark places for others. Now it's time to let light return to you. Not through effort, but through allowance. Let yourself receive the same grace you've poured into others. Let yourself be held by the same compassion you freely give. This is your season. The healing you're stepping into won't always feel dramatic. Sometimes it will feel like laughter that doesn't end in guilt, like sleep without nightmares, like waking up without dread. Small moments of softness that add up to something sacred. That's real healing. Quiet, but life-changing. Not all miracles are loud. Some slip in silently, changing everything without announcing themselves. You're living in one now. You just haven't named it yet. But soon, you'll look back and realize that moment, that breath, that message, It was the shift, the holy beginning. People may not understand your softness, the way you pause, the way you feel deeply, but that's not your burden to explain. Your sensitivity is sacred. It allows you to feel what others miss, to see beauty in cracks, to sense light where others see none. That's your gift, not your flaw. The same hands that once held pain are now being asked to hold peace, gently, willingly, without guilt. It may feel unfamiliar, but it's your new normal. You're no longer meant to carry everything. You're meant to breathe, to be, to exist without tension. That's not laziness, it's divine rest. And if your heart still doubts, remember this: the message didn't find you by mistake. It was designed, destined, divinely timed. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are seen, loved, called. And everything your soul has longed for is already making its way toward you. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this sacred message. If your heart felt seen, if your soul whispered yes at any point, we invite you now to confirm that this message reached you by typing the number 1111 in the comments. This simple act lets the universe know you're awake, aligned, and ready to receive what's next. It's not just a number, it's a signal, a declaration that you're listening, that you're present, that you're open. Your journey matters. And this channel was created for souls like yours, souls that feel deeply, that seek more, that are brave enough to walk the unseen path. So if this message resonated with you, subscribe now and activate the notification bell, because this is just the beginning. You were guided here for a reason. And what's coming next? It's not just another video. It's another whisper from the divine. Stay alert. The angels are already preparing the next message for you. And when it arrives, it will come with signs, answers, and alignment you've been waiting for. So don't miss it. Every message is a piece of the puzzle. Every word is a step towards something greater. We'll be right here, waiting to walk this next part with you. Until then, breathe, trust, and remember, you are never alone.